4 yards.
To Brandon Cooks. It's a gain of 4. And it's...
Here we go, here we go.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They're going to look to and they will set up the 42-yard line.
The 3rd down pass. Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
There we go. Wide.
Mike spot 4. Check pass. Check pass.
26.
Following the interception, here's nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's what I'm talking about.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd. And that gun up there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Intended for Amari Cooper. Incomplete.
Then we're going to 53.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Then we're going to 54. Wide.
Prescott now from the 50. Amari Cooper. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Let's go now.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Man, I got you.
No, go to 54. Go to 54. Wide. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's Prescott. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Point after, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They try right side here. Gurley. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Go!
He'll look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, it's Pollard, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it.
For Pollard. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check 50. Check 50.
Kill. Hey, kill. 26.
Prescott to throw it. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
54. Here we go, D. Here I come.
Looking to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Coming to you.
Switch it, hey.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Mike 54. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check.
We're going to 54. Line in.
Check.
Everybody going to 54. Going to 54. Line in.
Here's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch twist.
Second and 9 now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready up.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z. And see,
too cute. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
the coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
You better be afraid of me.
Ready?
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Ready?
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make it 24-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
At the 25-yard line.
57, we're going to 54. Why ain't? Hey, they scared. They scared. 26.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott going right side here, and that's complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown.
3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
You ready?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
They can't hang with us.
Again they run with Gurley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That good for 19 and a first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
They go with Gurley on first down, but he goes nowhere. They bottle him up for a loss of a couple. A loss of 2 there, second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Ready?
6 by 56. Not today, you aren't. Not today.
Go.
Second down, it's Henderson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Here comes the ball.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the lot better view than when you're...
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, kill. Here we go, 47.
Check 24. Say it.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Line. 26.
Looking to throw, Prescott. It's caught, Cooper. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Tight end left. 4 down. Check.
Pollard going to try the right side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Check Mike 57.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. His guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check.
5.
56, Mike, 56. You can't block me. You can't block me. 56, Mike, 56. 56.
They'll set up to throw. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike, 54. You ain't going nowhere.
26.
Now a give, right side. Pollard. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
we go. Wide eight.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, defense.
26.
Let's go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Right here, so we got to step it up.
On 2nd down now, Pollard.
Got you, boy.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And they'll indeed take a knee.
Prescott on the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up 4th and goal.
There we go. Wide eight.
Watch the run. They're running it.
26.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Gurley again here on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
Come on, set. 8, read.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Let's go.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
5.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, it's Henderson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Again, it's Henderson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, exit.
56.
Ready?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Shoot.
On 1st down, Pollard. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
That's another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Dallas, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.